I would start a little bit lower and try to feel more of a progressive acceleration through the finish of the throw and feel your entire body just kind of rising up a little bit. Hopefully that doesn't kill someone over there. That thing is crushed. I mean, that thing was kind of bombed, right? This went pretty dang far.
Good stuff, man.
Dude, nice work.
Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to the video of the field session I did with Cameron Hoffman. His YouTube channel is a T-Less Travel Disc Golf. I highly recommend checking out his channel and subscribing to it if you haven't already. He has like these really cool videos where he did putter spit out testing with a proper scientific method and got some really good data and also actionable tips to get your putts to get in the basket more consistently. And just some quick background. Cameron was already throwing about 450 golf distance, and about his distance PR was 499 feet coming into the session. So he already had really good form. I can't take credit for how good he is at throwing before he came to the field with me to coach him. He had already thrown 499 feet, 450 golf D all day. He had good form. I know Clint Blitz Disc Golf has helped him a little bit with form over the months. But Cameron himself, he also coaches disc golf. He's a great coach. So if you're local in the Austin, Texas area, give him a shout because he'll be able to help you out with in-person stuff. He's also a really smart guy. He just got his PhD. So as a coach himself that's smart and has good form, I have to give him so much props for being humble and coachable out at the field when I was out there to help him. Let's go look at the field footage.
This is the normally beefy race.
Okay. Yeah, so even that thing turned a little bit.
Yeah, it normally does not go straight.
Shoulder stays internally rotated. You see that? Mm-hmm. I don't see the disc really rising up above the plane of the elbow. So how does it feel like you're moving today?
I feel like I'm moving pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I don't feel
kinetic
super
chain
tense.
looks good. Yeah. Let's see a few more and see what it looks like.
There it is.
Yeah, that's gonna get a nice long flight. It's a beaut. The footing can be a little bit sketchy right here. I mean, that's a sign that you get some good ground reaction forces going on if you're blowing through the ground like that. And how does it feel like you're moving? What did it look like to you?
It felt good. It felt like also stuff was coming out lower.
Lower?
Than normal. I feel like my launch angle is normally a smidge higher, but not like that one that was really high. But overall, like body feels good. I feel like I'm not stepping too far to where I'm not coiling.
Right.
Getting good at getting coiled back and bracing well. And my arm feels good.
That's good. A way that we like to generate a lot of power through the brace is by using a gravitational drop into the plant. Mm-hmm. It's really hard to manage the height of the disc as we drop into it.
Yeah.
And then as the disc gains momentum during the pull through, it's going to take even more force to redirect it onto the upward launch angle, and our shoulder can only transmit so much energy into the disc in that upward direction when we're also accelerating it in the target direction.
Yeah.
I would start a little bit lower and try to feel more of a progressive acceleration through the finish of the throw and feel your entire body just kind of rising up a little bit. It doesn't have to be extreme, but if you can kind of mentally frame smooth
like
acceleration
more pushing
and everything's going from low to high through the finish. I'm curious to see how you respond. For some people that works great. Nothing's a guarantee, so let's just see what happens. I gotta get out of the way so the camera can see that. I mean, that thing was kind of bombed, right? This went pretty dang far. Hopefully I didn't block the shot. How did it feel though? Did
Felt
it feel
good.
Okay, let's do another one of those. That's another beauty.
Huh.
Yeah, just make sure, staying relaxed, rising and accelerating through the finish. Hopefully that doesn't kill someone over there. That thing is crushed. Oh my gosh. Is that across the road, Cameron?
Might be.
That was a, we're gonna have to definitely radar or use a laser rangefinder on that.
All right,
and we can use U-disc because that was an absolute bomb. It's looking really good,
That's
man.
the same disc as the other one that did that.
Doing a really good job. That guy's about to have his life flash before his eyes.
Sorry.
What felt like it made a bigger difference? Was it thinking about rising through the finish, or what?
Yeah, I think just the last step of like actively like super pushing back and like trying to get myself very up, which I think I'd be interesting to see what the numbers would look like on Tectis. Does that change how much hyzer I'm in?
Right.
Because I don't normally have an S that goes that far out. Like normally my distance line is hyzer flip. But it feels overall good. It just, I have to like think about it every time where I was like going in, I'm like gonna do my normal, just like kind of, okay, pull this in really hard, but instead of push up.
Right. I mean, it looked like in the video your reach back set point was a little bit lower, which was giving you more of a consistent on plane pull through for that positive launch. But it's also possible that it gave you a little bit more of a greater magnitude of your ground reaction force as you were extending that front leg. So I don't know. I mean, the timing was good. It didn't look like you were trying hard, and I
wasn't really.
Yeah,
I mean, I felt like I was definitely coiling a lot, and like, but it wasn't like I didn't feel like I'm max bench pressing, exerting kind of feel.
Yeah, that's
where it's like,
sign.
I'm strained. It did not feel strained.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so what was the distance? And it was a PB on headwinds, right?
Yeah, 482.
482 into a. And it's like, what would you say, like 10 to 12 at least?
Yeah, at least. It's like, I would say sustained 10, and then like dips down an hour, it's like 5, and then it's up to 15 at times.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. You were comfortable, I already asked you, with trying the one leg, then stand still, then X step progression to try to get that nose angle and that on plane pull through just a little bit more consistent, to have that progressive speed primer where we're taking out a little bit of lower body power and allowing our body to coordinate things a little bit more efficiently and get a little bit better timing just naturally without having to like really think about throwing an X step with no power. So if you're cool with that, we can try that, and then we can experiment with a couple cues, because you do have a stack of putters, and as you know just as well as anyone, cues are completely hit or miss from person to person. If you want to try the first one, kind of just, you know, connecting your hand and elbow as like the two focal points. Your pull through, you're going to be bringing in your hand underneath your elbow. Yeah. Okay. So you're still throwing, so obviously.
Like yay?
Exactly, yeah.
Cool.
How did that feel?
Felt like I did the thing. Okay.
We'll try a couple more. Another cue we can experiment with too is feeling yourself keeping the elbow up and the knuckles down through the finish. So I don't know if you've like ironed down on a table where you have your hand like this, but your elbow is still up above.
Okay.
So basically through the finish, that ironing, you know, iron is going down through the table, still keeping the elbow up above it. Which disc was that?
That's Envy.
Envy. But between the two cues then, maybe mentally, which one, did it feel like one of them was easier to feel,
I think,
during the actual speed of the throw?
Hand to armpit.
Hand to armpit? Okay.
The ironing thing, I was like...
A little bit abstract?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
I have ironed my own clothes, but...
But it's, you know, it's a little bit, throwing a disc really fast, kind of awkward. So yeah, we'll do hands coming in underneath the armpit. Try that. Consistent there. That was a very good one. So then we can do a handful of standstills. Probably don't need to do as many. Is that a mid-range or putter?
That's another Chariot.
Okay.
So like 4/5 speed, you could say.
It's a really good throw. How'd that look from your point of view?
It felt good.
Okay, this looks better than the pull through on your X steps for sure. Check this out. So you see how the disc is pretty much on a constant plane, that slight upward launch angle plane, and then you hit a really good position here.
So try throwing X step at like 50% or something?
Yeah, I would cap it at 50% for this set. we're aggressively making changes. I mean, ideally you would spend a couple sessions, you know, trying to make one change at a time. So 50% max.
Oh,
I'm okay with that.
I'm trying to focus.
Good power,
on...
good nose. Foot just landed in an awkward spot. I mean, let me clean up this divot for you a little bit. I mean, you got strong legs. You're blowing through the ground right here. All right.
Probably a smidge nose up. It's hard to tell.
I would even do a practice. Like I have to do this all the time for X steps and 360s is practice run through all the way to the point of release, just slow motion. It can be so valuable. Just getting the most quality out of every full rep.
That may have been a little harder than 50.
Oh, that's all right.
But I wasn't
is it faster?
That probably was around like 70. But I was just I was just thinking about the wrist so much. She's gonna try to throw it back and have the traditional disc golf experience. Yep, and she just throws it in the road behind her.
That grip lock though. We need to get her throwing 700 feet with that grip strength.
That was closer to 50. And
Yeah,
I feel
that was
like
really smooth. That was well done, Cameron. I feel bad. She's trying to throw it back again, even though we almost hit her.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. People can't see it, but I'm behind the camera. I'm trying to manually operate it so we can try to catch a flight here.
Four? No, never mind. Turn.
That seemed pretty far, but I couldn't see it that well. Whew. Good session.
Good stuff, my man.
Dude, nice work. Although we hadn't get the measurements on those yet, which, would that affect the outro or?
We'll just clip to this at like the very end of the outro as like a blooper and just be like,
True.
yeah, we did reach.
True, yeah.
Hey, thanks, man. That was productive.
Yeah, that was a great session.
Okay, so this is once again future back at home Nick having to do the outro because it was getting so dark on us. We didn't even have time to measure the throws before we filmed our last shots. So right after that footage you guys saw, we went and measured and found that he had thrown 540 feet with that pink driver, the Castaplast Gold or Yold or however it's pronounced, I'm not really sure. But that was a 41-foot PR for him because of the diurnal radiative heating cycle of the sun and the fact that I'm about 30 miles inland off the east coast of Florida. The sea breeze has died down a lot in the evening. So that headwind we were dealing with in the beginning of the session reduced quite a bit so that when we turned around, it was only a 5 to 10 mile an hour tailwind. So we weren't throwing with some crazy gimmicky tailwind at the end there when he hit that 540. It was a pretty legit throw at sea level while fatigued. He had just traveled all day. NickCrush.com, just one word. I'll put up the text on the screen. If you guys want some remote coaching, I use a lot of similar techniques to what you would have seen in the video, just with organized practice sessions that I send to my clients when I record analyses for them, and I provide action plans as well. So if you like what you see, you can check out my website, and you know, if you want some coaching, I'd love to help out and get you towards, you know, whatever your goals are with your backhand. So with that, I will see you guys next time, and take care.